Welcome to our channel. In this session, we will discuss the concept of addressing mode. First of all, what is mean by addressing mode? Addressing mode defines how the CPU finds an operand for the instruction. That is, it simply calculates where our operand is available. To understand different addressing modes, I used one memory location along with one register R1, a program counter and index register. We will discuss all different types of addressing modes by considering this example. Along with we will move with our own example also. Now, what is the instruction here? Here I am taking a two-word instruction. That means the instruction takes two words. That is the first instruction. Second, by combining these two together, that is a single instruction. Generally, instruction contains the operation that we are going to perform, the mode, and then the address. Here, if it is a two word in the sense, I written in two locations. Clear? Now, we will move step by step. The first one is implied addressing mode. Remember, the final aim is you need to identify the operand. Implied addressing mode in the sense the instruction definition itself contains the operand. The instruction definition itself contains the operand. For example, we have an instruction CMA. This is just an instruction. CMA means complement accumulator. That is, here the operand is accumulator. Now, add instruction. So, we already know different organizations. In that, stack organization is there. The stack organization uses zero address instruction. So, that zero address instructions are simply implied. Add in the sense, it is a normal not add. If it is a stack organization, add in the sense, pop the two content from the stack, top two elements, perform addition operation, and the result is stored back into the stack. That is, without specify the operand, the name of the instruction only specify the operand. This is the first one, implied addressing mode. It is also called as implicit addressing. Now, move to second type of addressing, that is immediate addressing mode. Immediate addressing mode means here the instruction contains the operand. No need to access any memory location. For example, I have an instruction move R1 comma 10. Here 10 is my operand. If you understand, directly the instruction contains the operand. Such instruction, such addressing mode is called immediate addressing mode. According to this example, what is the AC value? AC means load to AC, that is AC contains the operand. Now, according to this example, what AC contains? Whatever the value here, that is here. So, simply observe, sir, 500 is an address. Even though 500 is an address, according to immediate addressing mode, whatever you written in the instruction, that is taken as an operand. The instruction 500 is there, so 500 is an operand that is loaded into accumulator. Clear? Remember 500. Right? Now, move to the third addressing mode. The third one is register addressing mode. Register addressing mode in the sense here the register contains the operand. I am taking one register. The register contains my operand. For example, move some R1 comma R2. What is the meaning here? Now, or else take add R1 comma R2. Here the register R1 contains the value, register R2 contains the value. So no need to access any memory, directly the register contains the value. According to this one, Now, if you are executing this instruction, what is the value in AC? In my example, I am taking one register 400. Directly, the AC value is equal to 400. You got it? The content of the register is my operand. If it is a register addressing mode, this 400 is loaded into AC. 400 is loaded into AC. Now exactly move to the next one. Register indirect addressing mode. Register indirect addressing mode in the sense here the register contains the address of the operand in the memory location. Here the register directly contains the operand, but in this case the register contains address of the operand. Now what is the effective address? Simply R1 400. This is not the operand. Yet 400 location, whatever it is available, M of in the sense memory. Now register specifies the address where our operand is available. So 400 is the address. Simply go to the location 400. The value is 700. Now what is my operand in this case? 700. Clear the difference? So in the direct mode, in this directly operand is there. If it is an indirect means I am specifying the address where my operand is available. This is register direct and register indirect. Now in a similar fashion we have auto increment and auto decrement is there. Auto increment and auto decrement instruction. These are also works similar to register indirect, but the difference is after or before perform the operation, it increments the content of the register by 1 or decrements the content of the register by 1. First I will show you auto increment. What happened? First, what is the effective address? Simply 400. At 400 location 7. Simply M of 400. My accumulator stores M of 400, that is 700. Clear? Simply like register indirect, go to the location 400. In the 400 our value 700 is available. That 700 is copied into accumulator. This is up to register indirect. After that the R1 value is incremented by 1. Clear? After getting the operand, the register value is incremented by 1. Suppose if you are moving to register decrement, first what happened? R1 value is decremented by 1. First R1 value is decremented by 1 and then move to that location. So 399 location, the 450 is there. Now the content is 450. Understand the difference? In the increment, first to go to this location like register indirect and get the operand and then increment the value. Suppose if it is a decrement, first to decrement the register value and go to this location, and this is by operand. Clear? These are the things related to register, register indirect, auto increment and auto decrement. Okay. Now the next addressing mode is direct addressing mode. So the direct addressing mode, it is directly related to the memory. The instruction contains the address of the operand directly. Here for example, move some R1 comma 500. Assume here what is the meaning? 500 is the address. 500 in the sense 500 is the address. At this address my operand is available. According to our example, what is the thing? Load AC, address is 500. This is my original instruction. Load AC, the address here. At the address 500, my operand is available. So what is the value of accumulator? 800. You got it? Like register indirect. Now similar to indirect addressing mode. In the indirect addressing, it is almost similar to register indirect. What is the register indirect? The register contains the address of the operand. Here similarly, now my AC contains first move to 500, again move to 500, yet to 500, 800 is available. In the direct mode, yet the 500 my operand is available. In the indirect mode, yet 800 my operand is available. So two memory locations. First, this is the address where the address of our operand. From this we are getting m of 500 means we are getting 800. So m of 800. From this we are getting, now if you are using register indirect mode, the AC stores with the value 300. AC stores with the value 300. This is the difference between direct and indirect addressing mode. Now move to the next addressing mode, relative addressing mode. Relative addressing mode in the sense, simply we have a program counter. What the program counter stores the address of the next instruction. That program counter is added with the address field to get our operand. So the relative in the sense, I am at this position, from this position in which offset my operand is available, relative or displacement to the program counter. Why program counter? Program counter only stores our address of next instruction. Now what is the program counter value? You assume program counter is 200. No, initially program counter is 200. Once this fetch operation is completed, my program counter value is 202. Always program counter stores the address of next instruction. For this program counter, we are adding the address field. So 202 is the program counter. What is the address? 500. So 702. At this 702 location, my operand is available. So m of 702 is equal to 325. That means if you are using relative addressing mode, 325 value is stored into the accumulator. Is stored into the accumulator. Clear? Relative to the program counter. Next one, index register. Index register means here the address part of the instruction is added with the index register. So generally this is used in arrays. The previous relative is used in branching and short upcomings. So the index is used in arrays. That is, index in the sense it stores the base address. For example, I am at this address. If you want to move the 10th element, how? Directly the base address plus 10. If you are knowing the arrays, for example, my base address is 100. If you want to get the fourth element, how? 100 plus 4 into some scaling factor. What is the scaling factor? If it is an integer, into 2 bytes. If it is a float, into 4 bytes. If it is a character, into 1 byte, to get the exact. So that is, index addressing mode is used in arrays to get the address of specified index. So here according to our example, 100 plus what is the address? 500. So at the 600 location, my operand is available. So 900 is my operand. Clear? And at last, base addressing mode. So this base addressing mode is almost similar to index addressing mode. Here also we are adding the content of base register with address. Content of base register with address. Assume any base register. For example, my base register value, assume 100. What is the address? 500. So at address 600, my value is, this is my operand. Both are similar, but the simple difference is if you are using a fixed partition, then we are moving to base address. If you want to move through a data set, then we are using index. That is, if you want to apply the scaling, index registers are used. If you do not want to apply scaling, base registers are used. For each architecture maintains a separate registers for base and for index. These are the different addressing modes. Clear? Can take any example based on the addressing modes, how we are get the operand. That is the concept here. That is the end of this session. Thank you.